Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to start by extending my appreciation to Canada, Jamaica, and the United Nations for co-leading this highly important initiative. Let me start by saying that before the pandemic and these unprecedented times, most of us in developing countries have been facing financing challenges with high levels of debt, and most of official development assistance remains at lower than countries have committed to. It is very important in these new challenges we are facing to start first by quantifying the financing needs and map framework for these financing needs by identifying and diversifying various sources of finance. And let me give you an example here. We need to support initiatives that are innovative mechanisms of finance, such as green bonds, and enhance the establishment of different types of sovereign wealth funds. We also need to support mechanisms of debt relief, such as considerations of debt equity swaps to finance SDGs-related investment. We need to establish and think of establishing a global or regional solidarity fund to support countries that have been highly affected by the pandemic, especially countries that rely heavily on foreign exchange receipts that are vulnerable or come from vulnerable resources. For countries that rely on remittances or remittances of workers working abroad from their foreign exchange, like countries like Egypt or middle-income countries, we find that foreign exchange receipts from remittances constitute on average about 40% of the foreign exchange receipts. So we need all to cooperate to make the cost of these remittances come to a bare minimum. Also, we need to have a special focus addressed on and support the informal workers. If we look to our country like Egypt has about 40% of its of the workers are coming or are at the informal sector. In other countries, in middle-income countries, informal workers or irregular workers are about 60% of the labor force. So support should be given to this segment through cash transfers or emergency cash transfer programs like what Egypt did during the pandemic. Also, employment guarantee schemes for employment, especially in the public works, is of crucial importance, and this could help prevent dismissed workers from seeking informal jobs. Providing cash transfers is a sort of an emergency relief to informal and irregular workers, and also reducing all cost of taxes, having a flat tax, registration fees. All this should be come to a minimum with a special focus to provide assistance to these type of workers, especially workers at the small and medium enterprise. We all realize that in such unprecedented times, there is no one-fit-all solution to all current challenges, but we need to come up with a comprehensive policy choice that suit different countries according to their different concepts. We also discovered that the pandemic has highlighted our lack of immunity to natural threats, but also it has created an opportunity to reset our economies and to capitalize on the need to maintain environmental gains during the recovery. Thank you.